This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Reagan Seaman, in for Marissa, who is on her way back from Winnipeg. And as the green and white confetti settles, Canadian football's most prized possession is heading to her home province of Saskatchewan. Trevor Harris and the Riders' offense did their part, but it was the defense that provided the defining moment.
A second down and 2 from the 3. Shea Patterson, ball comes out. Who has it? What a turnover this would be for the Rough Riders.
The Riders' D forced 4 turnovers, and that one would eventually prove to be the dagger. Despite playing in 20 Grey Cups, this is just the Riders' 5th Grey Cup title, and their first since 2013. That was no doubt on the minds of some of those players, and on some of their kids. Check out what Harris has had to say.
What did you think of your dad's game today, and is it past your bedtime?
Very past my bedtime, but I want to stay up because we just won one of the greatest, the thing that all of CFL players dream of. We are the champs.
That's good. That's good. If I say something wild here.
The night was full of wholesome moments, which is one of the main themes here considering how much this means to the province of Saskatchewan. These people bleed green, and that includes some of their players.
Well, you know, the province of Saskatchewan runs deep because they bleed green. What do you think this moment means to them right now?
Oh my God, I remember watching games in 07 and 13 when they won, and just seeing, you know, the pure elation from the province, how they get behind the team, and we felt that all week, we felt that all season, and, you know, to bring it back to Saskatchewan's pretty cool. Could be a bad week to be a Pilsner in Saskatchewan.
And speaking of bad times to be a Pilsner, it was an awful time for Pilsners on the Green Mile last night, as fans were waving Riders flags, setting off fireworks, and climbing traffic lights well into the night. The Green Mile is also the site of the championship parade on Tuesday. And if there's anything that's guaranteed in Riders Nation, it's that those watermelon heads show up. Now, while the Owls are busy licking their wounds, there might be a small comfort knowing that they're the betting favorites heading into 2026. Now, if you need more football on your night, we got one more game tonight, with the Cowboys in Vegas to face the Raiders in the Monday Nighter. And for Dallas, we're creeping into now or never territory, because they have slipped well out of the wild card picture, and another loss might just seal the deal. Dak was humming along, but he has struggled in his last few games. The Cowboys turned the ball over twice in each, and Prescott had just 1 total touchdown. Plus, he was outplayed 2 Mondays ago by Jacoby Brissett. The good news for Dallas, though, they're facing the Raiders, who are a mess in their own right. Geno Smith's first year in black and silver has been a train wreck. He has thrown the 2nd most interceptions in the NFL and is 31st in QBR. All that for a guy the Raiders traded for and then paid $75 million. Smith could finally break out against the Cowboys' miserable defense, or could even find himself in even more trouble. Dallas added Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson before the deadline, and they'll both be making their debuts tonight. Is that enough for Dallas to turn a page on this awful season? If you're saying there's a chance, FanDuel is offering some long shot odds. They're currently plus 920 to make the playoffs. As always, you can catch the Monday Nighter on TSN. Kickoff at 8:15 Eastern and 5:15 Pacific. Over to basketball, and the Raps may be onto something this year. They've won 7 of their last 8 and can stay hot tonight against the Hornets. For Toronto, it's their first time playing at Scotiabank Arena in nearly 2 weeks. But that's not to say that playing on the road has caused them any problems. The Raps won 4 out of 5, capped by an easy win over the Pacers over the weekend. In that game, it was Jakob Poeltl leading the way, and he was one of 7 Raps players that finished with double digits. And balance is really starting to feel like a theme with this team. Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and RJ Barrett are sharing the scoring loads, and Toronto is outscoring opponents by nearly 5 points per game. LaMelo Ball is back with Charlotte tonight after sitting out over the weekend, but the true revelation for the Hornets might be rookie Con Knipple. He's averaging 17 points per game and is responsible for one of the more wholesome moments of this season. Last week, his family had the Hornets over for dinner while they were in Milwaukee. Knipple's mom said that they were such great guys. Now that hasn't quite translated to the court, where they are 4-9. So maybe the Raps can get another win tonight. Time now for a segment I know Marissa loves. It's Fast Facts, powered by FanDuel. You know the drill. My producer's gonna give me 40 seconds to name off as many facts as I can. I'm a rookie. I'm gonna go easy on myself. Don't roast me in the comments. Dak Prescott is 4-3 in his career in games following the bye. FanDuel has Prescott's over and under for passing yards tonight, set at 254.5. The Cowboys have won 50 games in franchise history on Monday nights, which trail only the Steelers 54 and 49ers 53 for most all time. The Raiders are 0-2 in primetime games this season and have scored a combined 8 points in those games. George Pickens was 4th in the NFL in receiving yards entering Week 11. FanDuel has his odds to go over 100 yards tonight, set at plus 310. In his last 4 primetime games, Geno Smith has thrown 5 interceptions without a TD. FanDuel has his odds of throwing a TD tonight, set at minus 650. The Cowboys have allowed 30.8 points per game this season, which is second worst in the NFL. Dallas is 3-1 against teams with losing records, but hasn't won in 5 games against teams above 500. FanDuel has the Cowboys at 3.5 point favorites tonight. Ashton Janty is tied. Oh my god, I got to 7 though. Wait, I was having a bad speaking day today. I'm actually kind of impressed about that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to know how the others have done, but I'm impressed with myself, and that's all that matters. Gold stars all around. That's it for today. Marissa will be right back here tomorrow at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific. Have a great day.